EVE Vanguard is going to have a very interesting mechanic that links it to EVE's economy. Hello meatbags, this is the ISO. Let me explain it how they explained it. Basically what happens in EVE battles, when your ship gets blown up, it drops certain items. And what happens to the rest of the loot is it goes to a place called the graveyard. If you're fighting over a planet, the graveyard can actually be crash landed onto the planet. Some battles happen around stuff like, maybe not this gas giant, but a temperate planet. I think this is going to be cool, but I always take something with a grain of salt. I'm not Loru. I don't just automatically think everything they do is good. Here's the part where they make it stupid. They are going to make it so it's a random loot box instead of it being like an economic item that you can negotiate with. The Vanguard players are going to see it as contraband. It'll be a box. They'll put it in a system probably near a bastion or in a bastion. The EVE players will go to the bastion and give them mutagens to upgrade their equipment. But what's incentivizing the EVE player from even doing this in the first place? It better be something either very cheap or like it's just another gambling mechanic in this game. We already have the Hypernet relay. Why do we need another one that's just like, bro, if one of the developers could give me a reason, a technical reason or a legitimately proved reason why these two games can't share an economy, I would love to hear it. Put it in a comment, send me a message on Discord, talk about it in public. This is the one thing that I find the most infuriating with not only CCP, but the developers, specifically CCP London, how they don't elaborate on the reasons for their decisions. And the decisions aren't really clear either. I mean, that's probably just a lack of focus, but let me illustrate my point here. I run a shop in Caldari space near Jita. You get situations where one random item spikes up just because there's these big whales that come in and they scoop up all of the items that are sold in that particular item, and then they jack the price up 4 or 5 times, right? This game is literally about hyperinflation. There is no consistent market choices or anything that makes sense. Here's the thing, the developers let it happen. They do their sinks and faucets thing. There's no real intervention. Let's say you call mutagens or whatever a different kind of currency. You will get an influx of people that are trading much higher than others, right? Does that actually make them a better, more capable person on the battlefield for shooter? Maybe a little bit, but if you design it like Dust, where you have your suits not really being the really thing that makes the difference, it's the skill of the player. In Battlefield, it's about what role you're fitting, right? You could be the best shooter in the world, but if the entire other team is coordinated enough, then you have a totally different or losing scenario. It doesn't matter how good you are. That's my rant. This was just kind of me poking at the one thing that was annoying. I'll see you in the next video, meatbags. Okay, bye.